Well, hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City, from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for workforce management. And these coaching conversations are for leaders at work and who are socially responsible. And my mission is to be able to empower the workplace to create a mentally fit working environment. Thank you for joining me live today. Please leave your digital footprint by letting us know where you are presently located. As of this very moment, where are you coming from today? It's a Monday morning. I think next month is when we're gonna have most of the employees, I think 100% of the employees already are being required to come into work. If this week is already your time where you're in the workplace, give some shout out in there, set us some message. How are things so far? By far, you traveling from home to the workplace, how things have changed, give us a message in there. Please do tag your friends, circulate this video so we can help more individuals who might be in need of what I will be sharing with you this session. You may also give them a shout out and send them some inspiring message. It's a great, Monday is always a great opener of the week. I feel that it's a great start for the week for you to define what the week will be. And so that is something that we look forward to. We always look forward to. And if we set the Monday, you know, the week right, all of your week will be awesome. If you're gonna watch this on a replay, just comment in there hashtag replay. I am streaming by a FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to the platform, just please follow, like, and subscribe to the channel. Help us out. Help us out, reach out to more people as you like and follow and share this video. We're able to you know be in the digital space so that we can bless more people in the space. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time we're seeing each other, I am a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach. In my professional life, I'm a call center executive for one of the Fortune 500 companies offering global services and consultancy. Currently, I am consultant for one of the call center projects that they have in there. I focus mostly in workforce management, and workforce management is an art and science of putting the right people at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So, to talk about efficiency and effectivity and productivity at the same time. So that's the thing that I do. My tenure has been I've been in the industry for more than 14 years now. And most of my career, I've been blessed to be in a leadership role where I lead a team and I manage, thousands of people to make sure that we're able to run operations. In my personal life, I'm a family man. I've been married for 19 years now. We have two creative children. Well, my eldest is 20 years old. She's an entrepreneur right now and a animator, so that's what we're helping her. And my son, he's 16 years old, coming into senior high school, is on his way to becoming a influencer in the automotive industry and being an entrepreneur as well. And all of these things that I've shared to you is a product of life coaching. It's a product of life coaching. We got certified back in May 2018. We've changed the way how we're parenting our children. We changed the way of the old school, di ba? Yung makalumang parenting in which the parents are directing or telling the children what they need to take, what course they need to take, what they want to do, and so on and so forth. We've stopped that. We've broke that kind of mindset in which your son you're telling your children what they need to do. We started asking them 3 years ago what they want to do, what is it that they want to do in their life, so that they can be directed, so that they're doing what they love and also loving what they do. And this is something that has changed radically in the parenting style that we have. And I tell you, it's the most fulfilling feeling where you're seeing your children doing something that they really like, they really love. Because I don't want them to be in a space in which they will regret that, hey, I should have taken this, I shouldn't have followed my parents, I shouldn't have, trusted the influence of other people and what have you. I should have followed what my heart was saying during that time. And that is something that, we want to break that, because we were able to do that. We're able to change the world. We're able to change the surrounding. We're able to change the environment, because the people, our children, and also the people that they will influence, they will have this conversation of using their gifts and talent to monetize it, rather than using, creating a path just because they want to have money. They're working because it's their talent. They're able to use that. That's something that's so beautiful. If you want to know more about that, message us here at Life Coach Philippines. We'd be happy to help you and support you on how you can help your children transition towards that kind of mindset, and also help you along the way as you journey along. We are a family of creators and game changers, and that is something that we're doing, and we're helping families as well. Those connecting disconnected families and helping you out as you go along. Today, I'm going to talk to you about. It's going to be a wonderful time. And before I do that, I just want to acknowledge Master Coach Yasmin. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. And Coach Marife, thank you for joining. Thank you for that, tagging your friends out there. And those of you who have been tagged by all of the coaches in here and the other people who's watching us, just give them a message of appreciation. Send them an inspiring message. And thank them for thinking about you, at least for today. Today is something that a lot of people are experiencing, and I'm going to talk about making the workplace untoxic. When was the last time you've experienced a toxic workplace, or are you experiencing that right now? Especially for those people, leaders who are socially responsible, and they want to be able to have a deeper understanding of how I can start transitioning, how can I start changing, how can I start developing an untoxic workplace. Then you are in the right space. Let's have a conversation. In 2015, Harvard Business Review School study found that nearly half of the employees who experience an uncivilized workplace have reduced their effort at work and made a conscious, ayan, hindi unconscious, a conscious decision to spend less time in the work that they do. What does this mean? It doesn't mean that they work less than the 7.5 hours that they allocated it. Now, you may ask, Coach, why is it 7.5? Well, they have 30 minutes break, right? It's only 7.5. So the 7.5, they work there, but they use the time less efficiently. For some people, if they're inspired, they're motivated, they have the creative juices in there, they would maximize the 7.5 hours and you do the things, and be productive and be producing. But for some, especially if it's a toxic workplace, they would have this moment where they would be idle. They will have this moment that they will just, slow down a little bit, because things are a little bit so fast, and they get demotivated and they get inspired with the work that they do. And especially if the direction of the company is not, moving towards what was expected on the onset, and it's not following the values, the mission, the vision of the companies, and the culture that it was set to create. And that is where the biggest challenge is. And you might notice that for new hires, if you've hired someone, you've hired someone, the person is so motivated, so the person is so inspired, the performance is great. First one, siyempre, regularization, di ba? 6 months regularization, good performance. And as I go through the months and as I go through the years, you would notice that their productivity, and most importantly, the employee sense of well-being, would deteriorate. They come into work on time. They would produce when you ask them to do. They're highly self-motivated. But as they move along, after 6 months, after a year, after 2 years, you would see that they would start getting sick, or start calling off. You know, the accuracy or the timeliness of the reports that they send to you is no longer in there. You see them, in their conversation, your coaching conversation with them, things are deteriorating. And this is where that's already a red flag for you, that it's a potential turnover for attrition. Now, this pandemic, we're in the third year of the pandemic right now, and it has changed the way we do our work. we do our job, and we see the workplace. Because the engagement, if you notice, has reduced because it's forcing other people to isolate in their own homes. Now, of course, for some of the people in here, that's not intentional. It's just the way that the environment was created in which people are forced to isolate. And having a conversation online, if maybe you're using Zoom, Teams, or other platform that you're using, you can come into a space in which you have this fatigue in meetings because one is you're not able to see the other person. Two, kakaiba, di ba? It's different when you have someone, when you're able to talk to someone who's physically in there. And a lot of companies right now are struggling, and you see people struggling with the type of engagement that we have and how they will adapt to the virtual workplace. And you would say, Coach, okay, everyone is returning back to work. And I tell you, it's not really full that they're returning back to work. There are still some situations in which other are being required work from home and they go to work and vice versa. And that is can remain taxing because remember, we've been running this kind of setup for for about 3 years now. So every individual in the workplace have created a habit. Imagine 2 years of habit creation, mindset creation of how they're doing right now. And this is where the challenge comes in. And even if you people would return to work, you still have that 1 meter physical distancing, which, every one of us is having challenges on what we need to do. Now, the great resignation, maybe we've heard about this. The great resignation is materializing. It's happening right now. You're seeing people leaving companies to find a work that allows them to work from home, that allows them to find meaning and fulfillment to what they do, or looking for a workplace in which it's human as possible. When was the last time that you've asked yourself, is the work if the workplace that I'm in is currently fulfilling my needs? It's currently fulfilling the hierarchy of needs. Maybe you remember Maslow hierarchy of needs, where the bottom part is the need for survival, and the higher part it's the need for self-actualization. And self-actualization allows you to live an inspired life. It allows you to live a meaningful life, and it allows you to live a fulfilled life. How would you know if the work that you're doing right now is giving you a meaningful and fulfilling life? Even when people are being, offered a higher salary in the work that they're doing right now, still people would leave the company. They would find better opportunities for work life balance in other location. And positive culture can have a powerful impact in the employees' lives. And this is the research coming from the human resources management, that we need to start being intentional about how we're creating a positive culture. It's the culture that you're creating, and you put that in your, online. You probably do some classes there as well. Is that really seen by your leaders? Are your leaders practicing this, or are they the ones who's being toxic? Because it starts from the top. I tell you, it doesn't stop. It start from the bottom. Because if the leaders are not following or even understanding what the corporate values is, the mission, the vision, the social responsibility. Social responsibility is very important, by the way. And the leadership philosophy, then that is a challenge for you. That has been a constant challenge, and people would leave not because of the company, they will leave because of their leaders. Now, I'm going to share to you 5 strategies to make your workplace untoxic. Just simple one. 5 strategies. Number one is to create values that develop positive attitude. Very simple, di ba? Create values that develop positive attitude. Research says that 93% of works says they're less productive when they work with people who have poor attitude. Take a look at your leadership currently. What kind of attitude that they have? What kind of feedback that your employees are giving these people? What type of conversation that they're having? Are you, as leaders of these leaders, doing your skip level to have a meaningful conversation with the people to understand how the people are feeling, how the people are being led? And you might say that, Coach, hey, we're doing surveys. I tell you that surveys, most of the time, it's only for conformance. You're not really getting the real juice of the feedback of the people. So if you want to humanize that, you know, come down and have that meaningful conversation with the people. I do that skip level conversation. I just do that, just not just one skip, two skip, three skip. I talk really to the frontline staff to have a deeper sense of pulse of where my people are at and how I can make adjustment to empower my leaders, not to reprimand them. Don't reprimand your people if your people are not able to do the engagement. Have a coaching conversation with them. Teach them how to coach, how to change, how to make that mind shift so that the behaviors that they have and the conversation that they have would change as well. Number two strategy is to encourage experimentation. While we all know that nobody wants to screw up at work, I don't want to screw up at work. You don't want to screw up at work. Being able to encourage people to experiment allows them to grow and allows the company to grow as well. And 28% of people admit that making mistake at work is the biggest fear in the workplace. And when was the last time you've experienced, fear that you might lose your job? And that is something that is, kills creativity. It kills the potential for the person to think of good ways or new ways for them to improve processes and procedures, to improve people, and also to improve themselves. Number three strategy is set clear roles and responsibilities. This one, you know, I heard some leaders say that they should know this, they should know that. Hey, how would you know that they know? Have you asked? Have you had that conversation? Have you had a moment with them and ask them, hey, what are your roles and responsibility? And are you someone who's open enough to hear what do you don't want to hear? And you're open enough to help them and support them and to come into a space of empathy and compassion that, hey, this person needs help. It's a cry for help. It's not that they're stupid, they're dumb. No, they're not. Because if they've grown in a business, in a company in which skills is more valued than what the leadership or the human being is, then that you're going to have a challenge. Toxic workplaces can have too many cooks. Who are the cooks? You have different leaders who's giving directions, what have you. And that, fortunately, those people would tend to give different direction to different people. And that causes a toxic workplace because it causes stress, it causes pressure for people, creating a lack of trust. Because one leader would say otherwise, give direction, and so on and so forth. There's an ineffective communication, and worst of all, there is a power struggle. So, who is really the head chef of the workplace, of the project? And is that person really the one standing up and managing and making decision and not fearing that their decision would be wrong? Because that is the biggest challenge of leaders right now. They would, succumb in a, you know, um, survival mode to avoid committing to something that, will eventually be challenged in the future. Number four is build a culture of trust. And this is super, super challenging. 96% of people at work admit that to participate in office gossip, and this is what's happening right now, there's a lot of conversation happening on the back end instead of, people talking about it openly, because this create dramas at work. Imagine that you can trust someone to tell someone, and that person would really be there to help you out. And what happens is person would tell you that, hey, this person said this and what have you, and so on and so forth. That is not a good way of creating trust in the workplace. People would not start opening rather than you utilizing this information, this feedback to improve rather than blame other people. See, that is what the real problem in the workplace right now is. People blame other people for the other's misfortune rather than taking accountability that, hey, this is where I'm at right now. And I've lacked the leadership principle or drive to help these people become better. So rather than shifting the blame on other people, we need to take a look at ourselves first. What is it that we're not doing that's making the person feel that way, behave that way, talk that way, gossip with other people? Because the way that we're able to do that, we're able to create a mentally fit working environment. And being in a space where trust is a challenge and people are doing a lot of gossip, that creates a toxic relationship. You would have workplace bullying, you will have a psychological burnout in there, worst case depression, anxiety, and aggression. Number five is invest on employee engagement and make them advocates. you know a lot of people would work on um, engagement. They will have all of these activities and what have you, have this gamifications, so on and so forth. But I tell you, are you transforming the people to become advocates? Are they becoming advocates? Because if they're not becoming advocates of the company, if they're not becoming an advocates of the business, and I tell you, you're doing something wrong. That is a reality. You can joke all you want with the numbers that you have, and I tell you, that's only numbers. Get the pulse directly from the people. The workplace has become a revolving door. Have you seen that in some of the offices where the doors are revolving and you have people come in and then come out? What happens is the faster that you have people come in, the faster that they go out too. They're not able to stay long term in the workplace because of all of this lack of engagement and lack of coaching conversation. And we say coaching conversation, I'm not saying about mentoring. People in the workplace would confuse themselves of what coaching, mentoring, advising, and counseling is. It's very, very different. If you are a leader, if you know someone who's telling you what to do, that is not coaching. That is either mentoring or advising or consulting. Because coaching is empowering the individual by asking them questions, asking them what they need help, how will they resolve certain situations, how will they move forward with the current problems that they have, and what kind of support that they need. One out of five people who leave their jobs cite culture as their reason for exiting. So that's about 48% turnover rate as they continue along. So think of all of these five strategies that you can do and think about one thing that you can start implementing today to help you out improve the workplace. Because as you continue to develop on this, it allows you to transform the workplace and radically shift them in a way that the minds and the heart of the people are with you, that they see that you're changing. And I tell you, if you want to create lasting change in the workplace, it starts with you as leader. It doesn't start in the frontline staff. Kaya nga tinawag kayong leader because you start from the front and you do what you say and say what you do. That is the powerful thing, because if you're not doing that, then I tell you, you're gonna be in a space in which it's gonna struggle. Three tips to start making changes. Number one, make people your allies. Number two, focus on what you can control and help people do the same way too. And number three, create a culture of honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Provide feedback and accept the honest feedback as well. Because as you do that, it makes the experience far, far better and far, far, enjoyable. And you have your people staying in the workplace and enjoying the things that they do. if you are in the space right now in which you are struggling with productivity, efficiency, and you have people coming in, coming out in the workplace, and you can't seem to have people stay for the longest time, let's have a conversation. Let us empower you with the life coaching skills. Have some program in there to help you out. You better yet get certified as a life coach. I tell you, it's a life changing uh, profession for me and for the other people who've joined us. And it's not going to change your workplace, it's also going to change your personal life. All right. As I end this conversation, I'd like to invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are not yet a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you're still missing on the perks that we are enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. To join the Be Learning Society, it's a tent maker of the Be Learning Home for Mental Fitness. And the Be Learning Society is a facility that Master Coach A is working on that is a halfway house. And a halfway house, if you're looking for a space in which you want to start healing, you want to start recovering, if you want to work with your past traumas, because that past traumas are hindering you from becoming the person that you want to be, let's have a conversation. 0917-586-1661 to join us building this. It's something that we are looking forward and excited with. And when you enroll in this and you subscribe every month, you get a 5% food and beverage discount from D Cup Coffee Republic. You also get a full access to the Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A, happening every fourth Saturday of the month, plus the benefit of a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So save the date on March 26th at 7:30 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass. As Master Coach A will talk about the developmental growth mental model. For more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Cell 0917-586-1661. For individuals who intend on becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units. And CPD is all about learning new things or refreshing your knowledge by doing new things. And this is what makes the CACC Life Coach Certification Program the perfect track for continuing professional development. And life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace. You will also get a 3-day web-based learning, a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. Certification program. I tell you, this is a life changing experience. It has also allowed me to make that necessary shift and make that necessary change on how we live our life, how we lead our work, and how we lead our people in the workplace. Connect with Coach Yourself 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. Do join us again for another episode tomorrow with another coaching conversation with Coach Marife for coaching for fitness and nutrition. That's going to be at 10 a.m. and later at 2 p.m. coaching for fitness and nutrition with Coach Marife. And at 4 p.m., Coach Tin, my better half, will be coaching for a relationship at 4 p.m. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us from the Philippines. Love, bamboo. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.